Hello, Maggie. This is a clarification of some of the guidance that I gave you a while back now on jig playing. And I think I mistaught it when I was talking to you and the other pipers in the band about the jig idiom, because I remember you mentioned it when we were in Scotland and you were a little bit, what do you call it, wondering why the Uplanders wasn't playing, I think, Paddy's Leather Breeches the way I had described it to you back several months ago. So I wanted to clear it up. The way we played it with Uplanders is pretty close to what we want to do. And in a nutshell, what we want to do is we want to play the triplets even, okay, inside the beat. So if, for example, I have 100 beats per minute here, and this is just the 1-2, so it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 would be the breakdown of triplets in that beat, right? Paddy's would be something like right? That would be the triplets not showing up on the metronome, but you heard me play it. I'm going to add the triplet rhythm now to this, and we'll play it again, and I'm going to be playing it even, just like the metronome, okay? You can hear it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So hopefully I was playing that close to even. I might not have been perfect, but pretty close. And what I was trying to teach that one day with regard to jigs was, so if this is the metronome, right, and it's going 1 2 3 and then 1 2 3 1 2 3, right, even. What we really want, we want to keep these even. All the triplet notes are even. Blip, 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 the G, D, E grace notes, nice and crisp and even. But what we want to do at the end is kind of extend that last triplet, the last note of a triplet, just a hair beyond the next beat. It's so minuscule. It's more of a feeling. And the reason I say this, the reason I'm explaining it this way, is I think it's easier. But what it is, it's that sort of breath of space. If I were to hum it, I go humpa-dum, ha-da, humpa-dum, ha-da, humpa-dum, ha-da, humpa-do, ha-da. The reason I have that breath of space in there is because what can happen with a jig is it just sounds beatless. Like there's no beat anywhere except it's just like that. And that's not danceable. And so this method is very subtle. It's this breath of space. It's almost just a feel in the way you're humming it in your head when you play. And so I'm going to try and do it here with Paddy's Leather Breeches. Same tempo, same everything. But you're going to maybe hear that I just hold the last note of the previous beat a little bit long, and then I get to the next one just a little late, but it's so minuscule. So it's really just a breath of space after each triplet or after each beat. Okay, let me try it and see if you can hear it. It's very subtle. 1 2. Now, if you couldn't hear it, that's okay. And I don't think I implemented it perfectly there. It's supposed to be a feel. It's supposed to give the jig some definition between beat 1 and beat 2. And if we just play 6/8 notes, like that, we won't get that definition. Now, some people or some styles say, oh, you know what? We'll get that definition by holding the note at the beginning of the next triplet, right? So it would be, right? I'm exaggerating it. We don't want to do that because that doesn't match what the dancers are doing in a jig. So the evenness of the triplets is paramount, and that little breath of space is what we want. Cutting bracken is not a bad one to demonstrate this in either. None of the triplets are dot cut or anything. It's nice and even. Hum bum bum bree, hum bum bum bro, he da da hum ba do hum bum bum. Right? I'll try and do it without the metronome and just feel that breath of space at the end of the triplet. Again, we're getting definition between beats. That's all we're doing. Otherwise, it's even. You could see I was a little stiff there. Sorry, I didn't quite demo that just perfectly. So I don't want you to overanalyze it. What I would love for you to do with your jigs is play them evenly, right? Play the triplets evenly, nice and crisp and clean, paying extra attention to the D grace note and the E grace note in those triplets. Like in cutting bracken, the most important grace note in that first bar being right? It's the E grace note on the last note of the triplet. It gives it a nice crispness to it. And it gives that, we're taking that little breath of space right after it. I exaggerated it a little bit there just so you could hear it. And my pinky finger's just not behaving quite perfectly. But hopefully that makes sense. I want you to have a way to approach all your jigs from now on. Don't worry about that method that I taught you earlier. I was mistaken. And have fun with your jigs. All right. I know you have an intuition on this already. Okay.